Look, we have multiple objectives, the main objective being that we would like to see cooperation from the Department of Home Affairs in addressing some of the problems that are highlighted in the report. There's an investigative section that reveals how DHA officials are involved in corruption, and we would want them to take action against those officials. However, there's also a huge problem around cooperation, right? We want to help. We receive reports of corruption from refugees and asylum seekers and the general South African public as well. And we want to be able to have a line of communication with the DHA in order to resolve those complaints, in order to see how we can find solutions. Look, there's basically 4 sections to the report. The first is a data section, which looks at the 350 reports that we received over the course of the campaign, unpacks where these, what types of corruption, where it occurs, looks at where South Africa features in the world in respect of pending asylum seeker claims. We've also got a huge investigative component. It reveals that there are 2 officials and an interpreter who we conducted sting operations on, and who accepted bribes on camera, we've opened criminal cases against them. And we also have a very important section on the legal and policy space, because we're looking at the gaps, the opportunities for corruption that are created in the legislation. And lastly, we've got recommendations on how do we address this matter going forward. How do we really work with partners and the department to move this forward? Look, 80% of our reports were on Marabastad, and it was mainly bribery and corruption. There was a lot of intimidation. There was a lot of intimidation that was reported by police officers who patrol this area. There's also bribery by security officers outside of the office, inside the office. So those are the kinds of matters that were reported to us.